If your Google ads are getting less than 30 conversions per month, do this. One campaign, one ad group, 5 to 7 keywords. That's it. This strategy cut their cost by 60%, and 4 conversions turned into 16 in the matter of 8 days. Let's get into it. So the first step is to analyze and review all of your most high intent keywords and keywords with like the most conversion data. And then you'll want to compile a list of your top keywords. Now, there's going to be keywords in there that are not as high intent, but they have some conversions. I want to cut those. I want the top and the most high intent keywords multiplied by the keywords that actually have gotten the most amount of conversions within your account. Number 2 is set up the proper structure. So what you're going to want to do is one campaign, one ad group, and 5 to 7 of those broad match keywords. So take the top most high intent keywords and make them broad match, and then make sure that there's conversion data behind it in your history. Make them broad match. So you'll want to set up a campaign level conversion goal and make sure that it's simple. So the more ad groups that you add to this, the longer it's actually going to take for Google to optimize. So make sure that it's not segmented. And that was the problem with the initial ad account, was that there was just too many ad groups, too many keywords, and Google just didn't know how to clearly optimize. So giving it, this is basically the most high intent keywords. These keywords have converted, and this is all I need you to do is to ultimately get this conversion goal works really well. And then for a bidding strategy, either use maximize conversions. And then if you want to, feel free to set a target CPA 6 to 10 times higher than your goal cost per conversion if you have the conversion data. Now, if you don't have any conversion data, I would start with maximize conversions. Then for e-commerce, use maximize conversions value or TROAS target, kind of same principles. But the idea there is that you're going to have multiple e-commerce products. And if you set a target CPA or a maximize conversions bidding strategy, Google is going to go after the highest amount of conversions. So it's going to try and sell the cheapest things on your store. So make sure you set maximize conversions value or a TROAS. Now, number 2, kind of the second part of this is make sure that your structure is simple. The more ad groups that you add, the longer it takes for Google to optimize. Less segmentation equals faster learning, which equals better results. And that's super important. As you can see in the case study earlier, it was just one campaign, one ad group, 2 ads, and 7 broad match keywords. That was all it is. Just a quick bonus, if you're looking to write some good ad copy, check out my AI GPT copywriter. I created one for ChatGPT and Perplexity.ai. People have been pretty surprised with how human-like this has been. And also, they've been surprised about the fact that it's done the research for you into this business that you're writing for, and gets you some really good, accurate copywriting, at least a start. And then you can go ahead and edit. It pretty much saves a lot of time. So just comment below the word GPT, and I'm happy to get that sent over. All right. So number 3, and you're not going to like this. So if you're ready for it, just having some fun. Don't touch it. After you launch your campaign, it's no longer about the search terms. Stop obsessing over the negative keywords. Now, I know that that's hard. I know it's hard. You want to touch it. You want to have control. And that's fundamentally the issue that a lot of people have with this structure. But the thing is, the more that you touch it, this is what happens. As you can see here in this little video, is that if you touch it, things are going to blow up and it's not going to work properly. And then you're going to wonder why it's not working. And you're going to continue to light the fire over and over again, and it's going to get bigger and bigger because you're continuing to add negatives. The reason for this is because these bidding strategies, which I call kind of more of the newer age smart bidding strategies, it's all about the user and it's all about the quality of conversions. It's no longer about the search terms. Now, I'm not saying don't add negative search terms, but add them at the right time. So if you're adding them every single day, which I've seen, this is why your account is failing. So that is number 3. Don't touch it and let it run. Now, you may think that I'm against negative keywords, but I'm not. I actually created a Google Ads script, which actually allows you to automatically apply negative keywords based off of these search terms that you specifically want to focus on. Now, I use this for bidding strategies like maximize clicks or manual CPC. So make sure that you apply these scripts to the right campaigns and the right bidding strategies. It will not help, I believe, in this particular situation. It's been pretty cool to see, hey, Artur implemented your negative keyword script today. Mind blowing. I've been looking for something like this for over 2 years. Thank you for sharing this. It's going to help ROI and reduce budget waste by Google. Thanks again for sharing this script. You have no idea how helpful this is going to be. So it's pretty cool to see that it had made a pretty big impact. I believe we're now at about 1,500 downloads for this negative keyword script. And the cool thing is I have a new negative keyword script, basically 2.0 or 3.0 that's coming out that's going to make 1.0 look very silly. It's very cool, the update that I have there. Now, step number 4 is after you don't touch it, after you wait, is to analyze and scale. So these are the things that you need to focus on. I know that we don't like giving up control, but this is what you can do. So for lead generation, run an analysis on the quality of leads versus qualified leads versus converted leads, and do that on a kind of search keyword level. You'll be able to understand, okay, this is the particular keyword that's bringing in qualified leads versus when people are searching for this, we're getting unqualified leads. And these are the keywords that are ultimately bringing in converted leads, because ultimately that is what you care about, is converted leads. And so that's what you'll want to analyze. So this means getting into the CRM, getting into the books and really understanding who's converting and why are they converting and why are the ones that aren't converting not converting. I recently did an analysis on a business where I basically took all of the comments, all of the notes for the phone calls, leads, and was able to identify 3 major things that people had when it came to the offer. And I was able to track that back down to the specific keywords that were generating poor quality leads. And so just simply turning off those keywords had actually raised the quality of leads. So that's where the work is done. Now, people often look to see, oh, did my Google Ads person or Meta person do anything in the ad account, looking at the history. But the thing is, I spend probably 4 to 10 times more time looking through Google Ads accounts, looking through Meta Ads accounts, writing down what needs to get assessed and changed at the right time, and figuring out a plan to ultimately get more of the converted leads, more of sales, and how we're going to implement that. So please know that it's not about what you see within the ad account. It's more so about working with people who are doing more than just changing things in your Google Ads account. Because in this case scenario, I've seen multiple cases where people use maximized conversions. They're applying negatives every single day. Nothing's working. Now, you would not say to that person, well, you're not doing enough work. But the person that is running a strategy like this, who has not touched your ad account in 14 days, you're going to be stressed out, right? Because they're not doing their job, but you're getting converted leads. That's what you care about. So partner with someone who understands and who can actually help grow your bottom line. Now for e-commerce, just continue to run this. You don't have to worry about necessarily qualified leads because it's all about the purchase event, right? We're setting the campaign level goals, not the account goal. All right. Number 4, kind of the second part to this is you're going to want to adjust this. So for maximized conversions after 30 days or about 30 to 50 conversions per ad group. So if you've got a big campaign and you decided to move on and do more than just one ad group, then I would recommend making sure that your threshold and your budget is enough so that each one of those ad groups can at least get 30 conversions. So all that being said, If it's meeting your target, then adjust your CPA goal to be 15% higher than your existing CPA. Then what do? Then wait again for another 30 days or 30 to 50 conversions. I know it's probably killing you to wait. All right, so when should you be adding in your negative keywords with smart bidding campaigns? Now, when you make adjustments, any sort of adjustments, make sure that you're waiting about 30 to 50 conversions. Don't apply negatives every single day. Don't make adjustments every single day unless you're hitting those types of numbers every single day. And this is just kind of another person saying that they agree with my philosophy and strategies on Google Ads. They weren't sure about it. They kind of started thinking about it, and they're kind of testing this theory in one of their ad accounts. The second part of the advanced tips is to be able to understand the number of conversions that you need. And we just kind of briefly discussed that. Is there's this nice chart actually from Google where you will need to understand how many conversions do you need in order to make changes. So again, I've had people say on LinkedIn, commenting on my posts, surely this would only work for large spending accounts. A small spending account wouldn't have enough data, and the wasted spend from the wrong clicks will kill the daily budget without the platform being able to learn. And it actually is, in fact, the opposite. See, it's all about the conversion goal. It's no longer about the search term. All Google cares about is this conversion event that you set at your campaign level, if it can hit that. And so just make sure that you understand that fundamentally. Now, if you get enough data after some time that you're seeing, okay, there's been 100 clicks, no conversions, and it's higher than the CPA, for example, then that's a great time to negative out that particular search term. So make sure that the data basically backs that up. Now, you're going to see in your ad account a lot of one impression, one click, because again, it's not about the relevancy of the search term. It's about the relevancy of the user. All right. And then kind of this next part, it says 2 out of 2 here, but this is really actually 3 out of 3. So just a couple scenarios. So scenario number 1 is if you're continuing to meet your target CPA and meeting the daily budget, then basically scale that budget. That's what you'll want to do. Now, scenario number 2 is if you're not meeting your CPA target, then raise your CPA target. Make sure you understand your typical conversion lag, and make sure that the first 7 days of your campaign, you need to understand that that is learning. It needs to actually be assessed after that time period. So make sure you take out that first 7 days. Make sure you understand your typical conversion lag, which is the click to purchase or the click to lead, and then go from there. All right. And this is what you can touch and monitor for this type of strategy. If you're not spending your budget, it means that Google doesn't think that it can achieve your conversion goal. So here's a simple way to kind of break that down. If the average daily budget is not met, then just raise your CPA target or TROAS target. It's simply because Google does not believe that it's going to be able to hit the target that you set. So it sounds strange. I've got a client where their goal is about $100 per lead, and I've got the target CPA set at $2,000. I know it sounds insane, but it's getting great results. And the reason for that is because I want to bid aggressively because I know that it works. We're getting $100 CPAs. It's more so like it's saying, don't go for conversions that are higher than 2,000, but anything below that is great. And that's what it ends up doing.